Okay, no, that's okay.
He'd be all
Okay.
okay.
Gotcha.
Yeah, we wouldn't know. What is it, the relatives? Probably, yeah.
That's pretty.
Okay, so we're
Mhm.
ready to go, are we?
Mike's on, please.
Mic's on, mic's on, wax on, wax off. We have some guests today. Can you just, tell us?
Check
who-
1, 2, check.
Where you're from? Yes? Ah, very good. And ma'am,
I'm just observing.
your name?
I'm just here to observe.
Oh, okay. That's, sure, no problem. Okay. All right, we'll get started. Call the meeting to order. First order of business, approval of the meeting minutes from the last, our last get together in October. Expertly prepared and in your packet there.
I move to approve the minute.
Okay. Whoa. All right. Any other discussion about that? Any changes, updates, adjustments? Did we miss anybody attending? No, we got all that?
I got that figured out.
All right, very good. So all in favor?
Aye.
Aye, opposed? All right, abstentions? All right, very good. Financial reports. We have a late addition to the package here of financial data. So I think the objective this month was to give us a bunch of pages to confuse us, and I think that's, they succeeded at that. No, seriously. What, Kelly, we're audit wise, this is progressing?
Okay, sorry, I had to join Zoom because we have a guest coming. in.
Ah, right,
I'm
yeah.
multitasking very poorly.
No problem.
Yes, so Ben sent out the financials yesterday. The audit will be, I think they take it to commission at the December meeting. So,
Okay.
Brooke, I don't know.
The audit,
Sorry, the audit comes. like
annual
this
audit,
summer.
yeah,
Yeah,
Okay.
that sounds about right. We have to
Okay.
appoint people on Wednesday to be on that committee.
Yeah.
all right.
So, yeah, so what he did, and forgive me, like I said, it came in later yesterday.
Sure.
We're in pretty good position,
I mean, if you look at page 13 here,
Yep.
that's actually the year-to-date activity and the against the budget and all that kind of good stuff. So I think that's, I mean, we're right in line with what we should be doing.
yeah, I think so,
Yeah,
absolutely.
right. So this
Um,
is through October. Yeah, obviously.
yeah.
Yeah, right.
So, yeah, we're looking good right now.
Okay.
The fund balance, you know, there's a little cushion in there, and then also the capital fund, what did you tell me yesterday? That's also, there's still $100,000
Yeah.
will roll over.
That's what I'm interested in, what, kind of where that, ends
Yeah.
up at. And then we got some of the signage thing is gotta be finished out and,
Yeah, the current signage, phase one of all the wayfinding signs was paid for and
Okay.
done.
Yep.
We'll have to look, I'm probably gonna get some updated numbers for phase two as we, by the way, it's just really nice seeing everybody here. This is, I think, the first time we've had
so.
everybody, so.
all right.
So we'll look at phase two of the wayfinding signage just to see where we're at, you know, with that situation. So,
Phase
Okay.
two, just, it's the big sign and like some of the city entrance signs.
It's the kiosks and a couple, I think, arch
Yeah, like,
ones, yeah, I'll pull that.
That's
for-
phase 2.
That's phase two.
Okay.
We wanted to get all the parking lots, use directional signs in first.
Okay. cause the one down, Naomi noticed, I drive by it like 3 times a day, like going out of town at Lookout Park. It's like 2 pieces of wood like this, but one of them is.
Where's that at?
When you're on Red Arrow Highway, you know where those hospital apartments are?
Yes.
That's Lookout Park.
Yes.
There's one that says, thanks for visiting St. Joe.
Oh,
And like when you're heading out of town, that one is still straight up, but the one coming in this way is like,
okay. Okay. I'll have to look at that.
I mean, it's just,
Oh, that's
Well-
not a new one. That's.
no, it's
Yeah.
an old
Gotcha.
one.
Oh,
but
it's an old one.
looks-
Okay.
It's not a park sign, it's the, thank you for.
It says, thank you for visiting St. Joe. So it's, yeah, it doesn't say Lookout Park on that one. Maybe it, no, I think it just says thanks for visiting.
All right, we'll do that. Thank you.
All right. Any other discussion on the financials, at this juncture? We get a motion to approve those?
So moved.
Yeah, second?
Second.
All right, thank you. Any other discussion about those? All right, all in favor? Aye, opposed? Abstentions? Okay, that's the finance. We're going to adjust the order here. We have a guest this morning. Is it Lee Young?
Yep, and just.
So Lee Young is with the Michigan Main Street program, and she is going to give us an overview of that program. And it's something Kelly and I were talking about this. We ought to consider becoming a part of. Hey, there she is. How are you?
I did it.
Good morning.
How are
Yay,
you?
good job.
All right, very good. Can we see them on these
Can
things?
we get these on?
Can we?
You have to turn your monitors on.
All right,
Sorry.
how do we do that?
A little button on the back.
I almost had it.
All right, hold, give us
Oh,
a,
here we go.
give us a second here.
Yeah.
There you are.
Oh, here we go.
Ah.
Okay, perfect.
We see your smiling face,
Right
Lee.
back.
Thanks for joining us this morning. We
Yes.
appreciate you
Press it.
coming
on
to
the
talk
back.
about this program.
Oh,
No,
and,
on the back side.
right here?
Yeah, press it. Yep.
Oh, hold on just a second. We're
Yeah, no
pushing,
worries.
we're pushing
Alex,
buttons
see
and
this?
things are
Just like
lighting up,
press.
so hang in there just a second. We're
All right.
ready to
All
go?
good. Yep,
All right,
let's go.
very good. All right, Lee, the floor is yours.
Okay, great. I'm really excited to be here today to talk about the Michigan Main Street program. I have a short presentation that I'll send over to Kelly afterwards, but after talking with Kelly about the potential in St. Joseph, I think it would be a wonderful program and it'd be wonderful to have you participating in it. Your downtown is really awesome. I want to be able to get over there and spend some more time. But I was over there this summer and it was just really nice to see all of the work that you all have been dedicating to your downtown. So I'm going to share my screen really quick. Can you all see that? Okay.
Yep.
Yep, yeah,
Okay.
great.
Perfect. All right. Okay, so Michigan Main Street is the Michigan Economic Development Corporation's technical assistance program that supports DDAs throughout the state with downtown revitalization and downtown management efforts. We are part of the MEDC, so I always like to just talk about how Michigan Main Street fits into the MEDC's strategic focus areas. Mostly, MEDC has 6 strategic focus areas, and Main Street works to help communities develop attractive places, market the state, and support small businesses. So that's how you can kind of know how we fit into the larger landscape of MEDC, and those are really the core principles of what Main Street can help accomplish. Michigan Main Street is part of a nationwide program that's run by Main Street America or the National Main Street Center. It was established in the 1980s, and the movement really grew out of the decline of vibrant downtowns because of things like auto-oriented development and suburbanization, shopping malls and big box retailers taking away business from downtown. But the National Main Street Center has really paved the way for the renaissance of healthy, vibrant downtowns throughout the nation. We are part of a large network of 45 state, city, or county coordinating programs that provide technical assistance to over 2,000 communities nationwide. You can really see the reinvestment into downtown by the reinvestment statistics that we help collect. And nationally, just last year, in 2024, over $7.65 billion were reinvested locally in things like the over 10,000 buildings being rehabbed or the 6,000 net new businesses that were established directly in Main Street communities. I really like to highlight the 1.9 million volunteer hours nationwide going into downtown revitalization. That's people like you joining meetings around a table every month to talk about and implement projects for the betterment of your downtown. So Michigan Main Street exists here in Michigan to help communities develop Main Street districts that attract residents and businesses, encourage that local investment back into downtown, and I think most importantly, build community ownership. Main Street provides a framework for others to get involved in the work that you're doing as well, and it really helps establish a community-wide vision for what you want to see for the next several years within your downtown. We became a coordinating program in 2003. So in partnership with the National Main Street Center, we provide really tailored technical assistance to Main Street communities. That technical assistance can be branding, communication planning. We have business recruitment strategies, and we provide market data. We really work a lot with board and committee members to provide development and training. And we can provide small business support in the form of retail merchandising services. By participating in Main Street, you do get access to several of our grant programs. Match on Main is actually for certified or essential redevelopment ready communities and Main Street communities, but it's our grant program that provides up to $25,000 specifically to small business owners so that they can either expand their physical space or expand their working capital, their inventory, or do technology upgrades like a point of sale system. We also have our Main Street Vibrancy Grant, which, depending on funding, can range from $15,000 to $25,000 to do vibrancy improvements. And what that looks like, it could be banners, flowers, lighting, or it could be something like a business incubator program. We funded also marketing campaigns. So we funded a whole range of different projects, and it's really meant to help be a project implementation grant to help you fill the gap in a strategic project where you might not have quite all the funding. So similarly to the national statistics, we aggregate our reinvestment statistics annually as well. And I'm just actually working on our statistics from 24 and 25 that fiscal year. But in the year prior, we had over $49 million in private investment, coupled with $5.8 million in public investment back into our downtown statewide. We had 136 new businesses open and 117 facade and building improvements be accomplished. And then again, I like to highlight the volunteer hours. So just over 30,000 volunteer hours in Main Street communities last year. So this is the map of the communities that we have participating right now. We have about 22 communities in the select and master level. So that's our fully designated Michigan Main Street community level. We also have about 11 communities in the network and engage level. Those are the lower levels, but they're prospective communities that would like to one day potentially be designated as a Michigan Main Street community. Not pictured on the map are the other like 25 communities that we've worked with over time. So Main Street is really, like I mentioned, a framework for downtown revitalization. It provides a community-driven economic development strategy that encourages downtown revitalization through a couple things. First is historic preservation. So it's really all about leveraging the unique, authentic character that you have and building on it, because we really want to see the historic buildings be preserved and that character be preserved, because it really is what makes you unique. And then stakeholder engagement is the other tenet. So like I mentioned earlier, Main Street really provides that framework for community members to be able to get involved in their downtown. And it's about two-way communication, listening to what the community wants to see downtown, but then also presenting back out to them a vision and strategy for how to revitalize and continue managing your downtown. The framework has several guiding principles. So the first one is that it really is a comprehensive approach. We focus on all facets of downtown revitalization as opposed to just honing in on infrastructure improvements or marketing. We really work on all of the things together. It's about leveraging your existing assets and partnerships. So we will go through an exercise of mapping out what those assets are and figuring out how we can build off from them. Similarly, we'll talk to you about who the current partners are and how we can continue building partnerships, but also what new partnerships should be formed. At its core, it's really a self-empowerment program. So we provide technical assistance, training, and resources to you as the DDA board. But then it's really about you all implementing that training and those resources locally to move your downtown forward and move that needle. It's an incremental approach. So we know, and you all know probably, that community development can't happen with just one huge change. It's really about a series of small incremental steps that's going to see that larger change over time. It is about quality change making. So we do want to make sure that the buildings are preserved and that any change that happens to the buildings is quality. Those buildings have been there a really long time, and so we want to make sure that they're staying that way. And similarly with events or other infrastructure projects, that everything that's done is for the betterment of the downtown, using quality materials and having quality events. And then lastly, the approach is implementation based. You all have really great plans and a downtown strategy, but it's not enough to have just plans. We have to really focus on implementing those plans, and Main Street provides a framework to help you implement what's in your planning documents. The Main Street approach has 3 integrated components. The first is understanding what the community's vision is for downtown. So we work with you on doing local surveys of the leadership base, but also of the community in general. And then we provide you with market understanding. So we provide you with market data that can show you what your demographics are, what your customer profiles are, and what they like to do within the community, so that business owners know exactly what they're looking for. We also provide you with retail data so that you can understand the gaps that you might have in your market. So once we understand what the community's vision is and what the market can support, we then will help you select a transformation strategy, which is really just a fancy word for an economic development strategy that aligns with your community's vision and that market. And what that strategy does is it helps guide programming, projects, and planning that will guide investment in your district. The last thing we work with you on is identifying all of the projects and partners and the human and financial capital that you'll need to implement your strategy. And then we help you define measures of success so you can really track your impact over time and identify if you're making the change in the way that you want to. So I mentioned that the Main Street approach is comprehensive, and the Main Street approach, every project or program that you'll work on will fall within one or more of the Main Street 4 points. So you'll work on things like economic vitality, strengthening the economic assets and businesses that you have, but also identifying opportunities for new businesses and new development and growth within your downtown. Next is design, so leveraging your unique historic character, but creating inviting districts that people want to attend and that attract those visitors, residents, and businesses. Organization is really about cultivating partnerships, coordinating resources around that shared community vision for downtown. And then lastly, promotion is really about communicating the value of downtown through marketing and advertising campaigns, but then also making sure that you have quality events downtown. As you're getting started, there are several questions that you'll want to ask yourself to determine if Main Street's right for your community. So the first question, which I can tell you without a doubt, is the answer is yes, is does your potential district meet our standards for a traditional downtown? Those standards are that you have 20 or more lot line buildings that are primarily zoned or used for commercial purposes and that are 50 years or older. So 50 years or older is what designates you or allows you to be designated as historic. And then of course the lot line development is really that traditional commercial district pattern. The next couple questions are, is historic preservation important to local citizens and stakeholders? Is downtown revitalization a community priority? And do you want to leverage human and financial resources in support of your downtown? And then the last question is really important because it's about building broad-based community support for downtown revitalization. And so you want to ask yourself, is there a desire for public and private sector stakeholders to work together to build that broad-based community support for the work that you're doing? And as you participate in the different levels of Michigan Main Street, you'll be able to answer those questions, or we'll give you strategies to help build awareness and to build that support for downtown. But as you participate, you'll get familiarized with community and key stakeholders with the Main Street approach. You get access to tools that are designed to help build awareness and resources for future Main Street programming. You'll help identify local stakeholders and strategies to engage them in the work that you're doing. And then you also join the statewide and nationwide network of Main Street communities, where you really get to make connections and see all of the work that other communities are doing underneath Main Street and for downtown revitalization. So our program, like I kind of mentioned, has 4 different levels. The first level is the network level, and that's a no commitment level. And that's really for communities that are looking for additional resources, looking for connection to the Main Street network, but maybe not at this time wanting full Main Street designation. The next level is our engaged level, and it's a 1 to 3 year commitment. And that's for communities that have decided they would like to pursue full Main Street designation, and communities at the engaged level work to complete an application to our select level to become fully designated as a Main Street community here in Michigan. The select level then is a 5-year commitment, and that's where communities are really working on dedicating and implementing the Main Street approach into the work that you're doing as a DDA. At this level, you receive all of the specialized technical assistance that I mentioned at the very beginning. After being successful in the select level, you move on to the master level, and that's a 2-year commitment, but it's renewable every other year for as long as you'd like to participate. And communities at this level have met the national accreditation standards that are set by Main Street America. You receive more sophisticated technical assistance, and it's an opportunity to be a mentor to other Main Street communities throughout the state. So everything that we work with you on is about instilling the Main Street framework, but also the best practices in those accreditation standards that are set by Main Street America. In order to participate, we've kind of developed this participation checklist, so it makes it pretty clear about what's required at each different level. So the first several steps are the same for the network and engaged communities. So we have you complete a community interest form. And then we have a downtown scorecard, which is a self-assessment, and it allows you to rate yourself in each one of those Main Street 4 points about how you're doing in those 4 points. And maybe it helps provide additional opportunities for the DDA to expand some of the work that you're doing. We do have our network and engaged communities submit progress reports in the summer and the winter annually, and that's really to help us build a relationship and to understand the resources that you might need at those levels. Additionally, for the engaged level, we have you complete an online training series, which really walks you through all of the different steps for the select level application and provides a solid foundation for you to be able to have a successful application. It takes anywhere from 2.5 to 3 hours. It's broken out into 7 different modules, so it's really a self-paced course, and it isn't really too onerous. We do have our engaged level communities attend downtown forums annually, and those are virtual meetups of engaged communities where you really get to just share successes and challenges that you're having. And then the last step for engaged communities is identifying or establishing your local Main Street organization and district. Since you're a DDA, it typically is the DDA that says we're going to adopt the Main Street framework to help guide the work that we're already doing as a DDA board. And then for the district, usually DDA districts are pretty wide and expansive, even outside the traditional downtown area. And so what we have you do is we have you hone in on what's really the core focus or the core historic part of your DDA district. And that is where we establish the Main Street area. And the Main Street area really just means where you're going to be collecting those reinvestment statistics. It's really about honing in on the historic part of your downtown and making sure that we're making that quality change within that particular focus area. It still means that you have all of the fiduciary responsibilities of the entire DDA, all of the services and programs that you provide still benefit the entire DDA district. We're really just picking an area to collect reinvestment statistics from. So then from the select level, we have you complete the Main Street application. We do have you hire a full-time executive director. Now, what that looks like is it could already be an existing city staff person, or you might determine that you need additional capacity. But I feel like you already have that piece in play with having Kelly at the city. We do want you to maintain an active, oh, go ahead. Was there a question?
They're
No,
just laughing
no.
at me.
Okay.
Adding it to her list.
I get it. I get it. Capacity is always limited. Okay, so we do want you to maintain an active downtown or district board. We want you to have a dedicated budget for downtown or district transformation. And what that looks like is really the DDA budget becomes the Main Street budget. And we'll have you organize it by the 4 points so we can make sure that you are being comprehensive in the work you're doing. But really, the DDA budget as it is right now can just become the Main Street budget because, again, you're just adopting a framework to do the work that you're already doing. And there's no minimum threshold of dollars that you need to have in your budget. We just want to see, again, it be organized by the 4 points. At the select level, you submit progress reports monthly, and those are the reinvestment statistics that we collect. So things like new businesses, facade or building rehabs that have been completed, the private and public investment in the downtown, and then volunteer hours and the number of events that you're doing. We do want our select level communities to attend our workshops, which we hold 2 times a year, or the national conference. And then by year 5 at the select level, you'll meet the national accreditation standards. All of our technical assistance that we provide is meant to help you meet those standards set by Main Street America. So I like to show our suite of services so you can see the differing levels of service that you get at each level. So the network level is really just meant to give you virtual technical assistance from our staff based on what we have on our online solution center. The engaged level, you will get support helping with the select level application and then also some priority areas within your downtown scorecard. But the select and master level is really where all of that third party technical assistance comes into play. It's where we'll help you identify your transformation strategy and then work on board development, committee development, and then a whole host of other technical assistance that meets your priorities based on from year to year, how those priorities shift. For the engaged level online training series, we do have some best practices. So we want you not to solely rely on one staff person. We really want you to aim for at least 80% of the local board to complete that training. So that way you all have the same baseline knowledge of what it takes to go through and complete the select level application. The online training really helps you start the process of building the Main Street program within your community. It helps define roles and responsibilities for your organization and potential partners. It gives you strategies to recruit, engage, and sustain a volunteer base. It helps you develop tools to implement some fundraising strategies so that you're not just solely relying on the DDA TIF dollars. And then it helps you learn about Main Street best practices through real world examples of what other Main Street communities are doing. I wanted to show just a snippet of what the downtown scorecard looks like. So there are actually 8 categories because each one of the 4 points has 2 pages. So there are 8 pages within the scorecard. Each one is dedicated to a focus within the 4 points. So this example is from business, and that would fall under economic vitality. But each page has different performance measures. So you as a DDA board can go through and self-assess, is this something that we haven't really done? Is it something that we've started, but it's still evolving? We still need to work on it. Or is it something that we're excelling at? It's something that other communities could use as a model. So for each one of the performance measures, you get to go through and self-rate how you're doing. But I think this is a really great exercise for the whole board to do and have a conversation together because it can lead to, what are our real challenges, but also what are our opportunities to continue to move our downtown forward. And then the last page of the scorecard, so here are the 8 categories. So there's business, real estate, events, marketing, preservation, place, capacity, and people. So through those 8 categories, you can then kind of see okay, here's our total score in each one of the categories. So you can see where your major strengths and major challenges might lie, or major opportunities for continued success. We then will have you as a board identify what are your top 4 or top 5 priorities or opportunities to move your downtown forward, and what are the top 5 areas you want to focus on within the next year, next 6 months. So it's a really great exercise to do. It is part of the online training, so you can kind of complete that as you're completing the online training as well. We do have our Main Street Solution Center, which is our online resource library. So you'll see that each one of the 8 categories within the scorecard has its own drop down. And within that drop down are resources related to all of the different performance measures within the scorecard. So immediately upon completion of the scorecard, you can go to the Online Solution Center and find resources and guides for the priority areas that you've determined. Okay, we get asked all of the time, what's the value of participating in Main Street? So first, it really provides that framework and proven methodology for sustainable revitalization. This program's been around since the 1980s, and there have been so many communities that have used it throughout the country, but even in Michigan, to help drive their downtown forward. It helps engage the community in the future of downtown. It helps cultivate belonging and pride. A lot of times community members might not know exactly how they can get involved in local government, but through the Main Street approach, we'll help you establish local subcommittees so that people that are interested in helping businesses thrive, or people that are interested in helping make the downtown look beautiful, have a way to get involved with you at the DDA. It helps you proactively manage the market rather than relying on external forces. So when you have a transformation strategy and you understand what the local market data says, you can then kind of decide how to go about recruiting businesses and how to go about recruiting development that meets the vision that you have in your downtown. It gives you access to support, our tailored technical assistance, and outside experts, plus a whole host of national network examples throughout the communities that participate. And then lastly, it helps drive economic growth by revitalizing businesses, attracting new investments, increasing foot traffic and local spending, and making the district really that hub for social and economic activity. So it really helps the work that you're doing, and it helps provide additional efficiencies and best practices for the work that you're doing at the DDA. So with that, I will stop sharing my screen and then take any questions that you might have.
Well done.
Yeah, well, thank you for that excellent presentation. That's
Yeah.
quite a program. I think most of my compatriots here would agree this, the activities you're describing kind of fit with the types of things that we're doing. You know, this certainly provides some additional structure to that. So is there to ask the obvious question, is there some kind of cost to join, or how's that structure work? Just so we're clear on that.
Yeah, I should just put in a slide because that's the first question that everyone always asks.
Right.
There is no cost to join the program whatsoever. Okay. All of the technical assistance and resources we provide are absolutely free to the communities. What we have built in that participation checklist is we really just want to make sure that you have the budget for downtown revitalization, and then at the select level, that full-time person, the dedicated staff person. So that's really, I guess, the cost to the community.
Great. Thanks for clarifying that.
Yeah.
Go ahead, please.
Hey, I had a great presentation, by the way. I had a question. At what step do you need to be to apply for the Match on Main or the Vibrancy Grant?
Yes, those are available to our select and master level communities. You are eligible for Match on Main through the RRC program because you're certified. But the Vibrancy Grant is the other grant program that you would be eligible for.
Great, thank you.
I will say too that a lot of our other incentive programs, by participating in both RRC and Main Street, it tells us that you're invested in your community, and so it gives you kind of a leg up or a couple extra points for other incentive programs as well.
Sure. You go ahead.
Also enjoyed the presentation. How are you funded?
Yeah, we are
That was gonna be
funded,
my question.
so Michigan Main Street's funded through the MEDC's general fund. So we get general fund dollars, that are not from the state legislature. We actually get money from the corporate side of MEDC's business.
Very good. Else, any other,
Seems like
other,
a great program.
yeah,
I mean,
any
I
other
just-
questions?
A good assist.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's something, thank you for all that information. I think, we'd probably like to take some time to consider the information you provided. If we have any further questions, we'll follow up. Sure, go ahead,
How
Deb.
big are the grants that, either the
I think you said
vibrancy?
25,000 on the match
25
on
for the
Main.
match, yeah.
And are those directly to businesses? Is that the way that works?
Yeah, the way Match on Main works is that it's actually the DDA or city would apply on behalf of the business. So you have your own local kind of grant process where you pick out the two businesses that you want to apply on behalf of. So you get to apply for two businesses. The money will actually be filtered through either the city or the DDA back down to the business, but it is really meant to be directly for the business and the work that they do.
Sure, sure.
And then the Main Street Vibrancy Grant is up to $25,000, and that goes directly to you as the DDA
For like community projects, stuff like
for
that.
community projects. Yep. And that one is not reimbursement based. It is you get the money and then you can immediately start implementing the project that you want to. Match on Main is reimbursement based, and so the business has to find some gap funding until they complete the project and then get reimbursed for the work.
Are those annual grant opportunities?
Yes, they are. All depending on budget, but typically they happen every year.
Okay.
Good. Anything else? Anyone? Anyone? Listen, all right. Well, listen, Lee, thanks very much for your time. Thanks very
Yeah.
much for that excellent presentation. We appreciate the overview. I think we'd like to probably take some time to, to discuss this in greater detail, and I'm sure we'll be back in touch with any questions.
Yeah, that sounds great. So just I guess some discussion questions for you all to consider are I always like to have communities determine like at what level if you want to participate at what level, and then if it's the engaged level, then start I can send Kelly a link to so you can start registering for the online training and then completing the downtown scorecard. So I'll send Kelly all of the information, and then you guys can decide at what point you would like to participate or how you'd like to move forward.
That sounds great. Thanks very
All right.
much. We appreciate your
Yeah.
time. Thanks for connecting with us this
Anytime.
morning.
Thank
All
you.
right.
I got out a child drop off, so it's all good.
Ah, right. Very good.
Perfect.
That's all right. Right. Very good. All
Talk soon.
Enjoy the rest of your week.
right. Thanks very much for your time. You take care.
Bye.
Bye-bye. All right. Yeah, very interesting.
Lot of
It,
information.
yeah, lots to absorb there. I think, I guess, as I'm listening to this, I mean, one of the things I liked about it is it provides some kind of discipline, I guess.
Yeah.
Structure, these kinds of things, because we have a lot of good discussions about exactly the types of things that Lee was describing, but this,
Seems like a good assistant.
yeah, kind of provides a format, a structure, programming to it. So I don't know.
I'm just trying to figure out, we have those 4 different levels we can choose. I can't imagine we're gonna pick the first one or two. It's between
Sure.
the second and the third and fourth. So I think capacity is gonna be driving it as far as from staff's perspective.
Yeah.
So I'm real curious,
Yeah.
like where you feel like we're at with
Yeah,
that.
I mean, I feel like, I talked with Lee up at Michigan Downtown, a couple weeks ago when I was up there, and, I don't know, honestly, she and I need to talk more, but a lot of what I kind of want to do in this position, like get the business inventory up and running, get, a more solid official one. A lot of the stuff that I kind of have on my radar falls in line with this.
Yeah.
So capacity wise,
It's
Maybe
there
it's-
already,
Yeah.
I don't think it's gonna add that much.
even going all the way to item or number 4,
Right.
select number 4.
Yeah, I mean, I need to investigate it a little bit
Mhm.
more, but I don't think it's gonna be
I mean,
anything that's a massive
It,
workload per.
Well,
Yeah.
I.
I mean, you
know,
could take it as far as you would like, right? I mean,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
could get engaged initially and
I
then
mean, I wanna go all the way.
kind of
but
see how it goes,
Yeah,
right?
I
Sure,
mean-
sure.
Listening to it, I was thinking, because I knew this would fall to you, Kelly, is that it would seem to me that a lot of your activities that you're already doing would fit into so it provides you more structure, which
Mhm.
might actually make
Make
it
it
more
faster.
Yeah.
efficient.
Mhm.
So,
And I just think, you know, our goal with growth and whatnot, I think tying RRC and Michigan Main Street together, like she said, you know, this is more downtown focused.
yeah.
Right, right.
You know, so that gives us a really cohesive
Yeah.
starting point for.
And I think by adding in, like, as she suggested, 80% of your DDA should go through the training.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hopefully that would lead to offloading some of the stuff you've got on your plate to, you know, the folks sitting here. So anyway, it sounds great, like a
I-
great program.
I'm curious too, if there's any ramifications if we choose level 4 and then we fail to meet them or we don't do what we're asked of, like what would happen if we didn't meet that?
Go to DDA jail.
Prison, yeah, right. I mean, yeah, there's probably a jail sentence
jail.
involved.
Motivating.
I think, yeah, there might be a
Why
Seems
don't
to-
I ask
a
if you
public
guys have,
flogging maybe.
over the next, you know, like week or so, if you have questions about it, shoot me an email and
Yeah.
I'll compile them and I'll send them off to Lee. You know, other than these top level ones, but I'll talk with Emily, you know, about capacity and whatnot, but,
Well, Yeah, why don't we gather that up, then maybe at our next meeting, we can kind of take it up and see if it makes sense.
absolutely.
Hey, Andrew, I was wondering, do you have any experience with this, kind of activity? Yeah.
My first position when I started my career in Muskegon was running a Main Street. So
Ah.
it really does, I mean, it's pretty apparent, I think. I mean, it gives you a really good structure to kind of layer all of the work you're doing in. It is real work. I mean,
Yeah,
there's an
yeah,
expectation
right.
that the board is very engaged.
Sure.
This is not a hands-off, show up at your board meeting thing. It's, you know, you're expected, in most cases, to serve on a committee.
Yep.
And it's great, there's access to training resources.
Mhm.
You know, I'd also say that, you know, St. Joe Today is a really important part of this. You've already got the marketing and events
Yeah,
side.
Sure,
of the Vail
sure.
community. So, how all these things work together as a cohesive ecosystem, like the parts are already here,
Mhm.
they can supercharge your efforts. So
Yeah.
I'm a big supporter. It's a great program.
Great, I appreciate that. Yeah, thank you.
Kelly had something too.
All right.
That's
what
what
I
I was, I'm sorry,
Yep.
that's what I was, just
Please.
because I grabbed the microphone.
Yeah, no, it's yours.
I was, that a lot of it we already have, and how
Yep.
do we make that make sense? That, you know, what St. Joe Today is doing, what city, what we're doing, et cetera.
Please.
I was just gonna say, so it's also the commitment though of 80% of the DDA completing that online training. It'd be nice to know what the extent of that is. I'm more than happy to do
Yeah,
that myself.
yeah.
I think that it is important and I love the 4 points. I think that it does, it brings us all, it brings everything together nice and simply and also points that out to the community, very simply as well. And I think that that'll be nice going forward.
I think she said the online training was like an hour or two. didn't she?
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
think it's.
Something
She
pretty
mentioned,
simple.
I know she referenced it.
Yeah.
I'll find out.
That'd be great.
Why did I think 7 hours? Was that something else? Or was
That's
that
just
the,
yours.
my,
Yeah,
my
right,
alone?
It's 1 hour, but will take me 7 to absorb it. I
Was
think,
it
or
maybe the
something like that,
checklist
right?
or something, or the scorecard that was gonna take a
Yeah.
chunk of time?
Yeah,
I'll get.
Well, I think the bottom line there, though, is there is that this
Yeah.
commitment issue, I think is very important to
Mhm.
understand.
Yep.
That's, I think that's something we need to think about. Yeah. All right.
Overall, I mean, is it a positive thought?
Yeah,
overall?
yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
Correctly?
You've got
Yeah.
pieces.
All right, very good. So we'll shift gears here, get back on the agenda, old business, downtown amenities. I think Kelly, you were going to enlighten us on some activity in that regard.
Yeah, so obviously.
6.
Main Street's being reconstructed, starting in 2027. And we've kind of gone around and around on streetlights, we being you guys, have gone around and around on streetlights and amenities, and we really kind of want to get, something narrowed down in the next month or two, just so that we know what we're planning ahead of time. Budget wise, we got the TAP grant. My acronyms messed up again, the state did, so we have some budget for the amenities for the streetlights and
good.
whatnot. I don't know 100% what that is yet, so hold for it, but what you see in your packet, the first page is the 2 streetlights you guys had originally talked about, I think back in September. Both the pedestrian and the traffic one, and then you had asked me to get some, to let families of amenities. their different.
Yeah, I think what,
subheadings, I don't know what they're
Groups.
called.
yeah, I think
Yeah.
what we were shooting for was, you know, these things that kind of fit together, right? A light, a garbage can, a bench,
Yep.
you know, whatever, the heck, bike rack, whatever all the details are.
So they sent me that. They didn't send the correlating streetlights, which I did not realize until later in the week, but I want you guys to kind of look at this, and just, you don't have to pick today. I don't know if you want to do a subcommittee. I don't know how you guys want to move forward with this, but we need to kind of make a decision here.
Yeah.
Soonish.
Does it make sense for our, who we got, don't we have a little group that does
Yeah.
the Christmas and
that was
all that?
the
Would it make sense for them to
Um,
take a look at this? I mean, these are all, I'm not an ultra, personally, I'm not an ultra modern guy. Some of the
Right.
stuff is a
We're
little,
going historic.
yeah, it looks a little, over the top for me, but that's, you know, that's me. I mean, I don't-
When we went to landscape forums, it
Yes,
was Tammy,
yes.
Kelly and I.
yes,
So that bench that's in the modern traditional and that garbage and all, like that little family of them.
yeah,
That was
Which
a
one,
super
Northport
comfy
or
bench.
Concord?
yeah.
It was updated, but had a little bit of a traditional.
Yeah, I
feel.
like it.
Yes.
The modern traditional one,
Yeah.
Deb? Yeah,
It's pretty.
I like it.
Which
Because, I
one?
mean,
There's
it's
two
not-
modern traditional.
The
This
Belleville?
guy.
The bottom one?
bottom one,
Bottom one.
yeah,
So,
yeah.
I mean, and
Page
like,
8.
I want us to make thoughtful, careful decisions, but
Yes.
I feel like we've been going around in this circle
Sure.
for like a year now.
Yep,
About, and then we start, and then they come, and then it comes back. This has to be at least the 8th time this has been on the agenda. I mean, minimum. And so I think at a certain point, we just have to,
just
like,
pick one, huh?
the subcommittee met, we went to the place, we looked at the stuff, we gave our like we said, we like this. I just feel like we gotta move some
You-
stuff along.
I agree.
Do you
I
like
mean,
this?
We can only discuss this for so long. Let's,
Well,
I mean,
I,
we have to make choices.
Sure.
Eventually, without,
So what do you,
because it's a month in between each time.
well, I know this is the
we
first
talk
time I've
about
ever
it.
seen, we've ever seen this, so.
This specific, because you guys had asked me to get families.
Right,
and
right.
that- And JPR finally got it to me. To Deb's point, yes, we did go, was it for the Concord? Was it Concord?
yeah, yeah,
I
I
like
could live with that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, you guys,
I mean, it kind of fits with the lighting,
Was
right?
there
I
a
mean, we
light
like, the
there?
lighting we like is the black,
I'm not gonna
I
go
don't know
there,
if
but
it's traditional,
that
the
is.
one
That
with the
doesn't-
arm and the, we got them, you have them circled
Okay.
here.
Yeah.
This is the vehicular.
Yeah. Yeah, right.
It's a black.
Yeah, and then I think the Concord collection, the kind of the, you know, the black
Ashbury
theme,
light with the.
that all, that all kind of fits together, I think.
It does.
I mean,
Like it?
Yeah, what do you think?
You need a vote on it.
Yeah.
I'll make a motion.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, is there any more, anything else we have? So we should defer to our.
Oh,
architects
okay.
here. What do you
I-
think there,
I-
miss?
I don't.
No,
believe maybe I was
I
thinking
agree
of
that the Concord is a great pick. I was curious, did we confirm, is this for the entire city? Like, is this for the Bluff and the downtown and the
Yeah.
Main Street?
I think. the
Because I think we've
expectation-
talked about that before.
Yeah,
I think the
yeah, good
expectation would
question.
be that it's a one cohesive look for
Yeah.
downtown. You know, tie in what we put on Main Street.
Yeah.
With the reconstruction, with, you know, as we work in downtown.
Right.
You know, I know Greg, we need new benches, downtown, so that was kind of the driver for getting some benches. I do not have pricing on this yet, so just bear with me on, I'll get pricing.
I'm
You see
assuming you're
That's all blank.
probably comparable. huh?
How they sent it to me. So if you get that, if, you know,
It's
that's the
pri-
way you wanna go.
Yeah,
then-
pricing is probably comparable
sort of
across
think
these.
so.
You think, Chris, would they be dramatically different? Could be,
Yeah.
could be, yeah. Are we picking the most expensive one?
Do you remember, you
I
guys?
think the good thing is working with the committee who's already been to landscape forum.
Yeah, right,
The
right.
Committee's leading that way. Let's not second guess their work.
I would agree.
The other thing is,
I'd agree.
landscape forum is a great company and they're local and so.
Ah, okay.
If they're 20% higher, I'd still recommend that.
So can we live with the lighting we've selected and the Concord collection as our choice?
Yeah.
like
Yes,
that.
please.
To live with it. I mean, being new to this.
Yeah.
My background is in
Please.
this type of thing, and those would have been my choices.
Ah, right, very good.
Look good.
I mean, I say live with, I'm not trying to minimize it. Yeah, no, thank you.
So the Ashbury light would be, yeah, Main Street, State Street.
So-
What would
looks
be the
good.
lower lights and then.
How do
And
the
those other
lights
ones
are
are
work?
more like
We got-
parking
Like-
light, yeah.
The
Oh,
tall ones would only be
on
on Main
Main,
Street,
gotcha, gotcha.
Mhm.
because they're for like the.
No, I think that Ashbury light looks great with the Concord group.
Would we only have the Ashbury or do we use the
Well,
arm
and
light
the-
too?
Guys are the big
Yes.
white
So,
ones.
yes.
That's where
Because
these
one's
stuff-
pedestrian,
and
one's
then
for.
Ah, right,
It's
right,
downlighted,
okay.
stuff like that.
And just to
Yeah.
clarify,
All good,
I
like,
agree. I
so
think it's a
good.
beautiful selection.
So you can do, okay, great, thank you.
Okay.
All right, so can we get you want to,
Good.
Kelly, we can give you a motion here to that effect. How about that? You-
Okay, I move that for lighting, we choose for the street, Solano with on. For the pedestrian, we choose, proposing Ashbury lights. And then in terms of the, call it the amenities, we have, the motion will be to choose Concord Collection Modern Tradition.
I'll second that.
Any more discussion about that? Any more discussion? All right,
I'd like to
Please.
say, as a final comment, why don't we have, DPR put all of them together on one page with some pricing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
so that we can all see it on one page, so you can see that you want to be able to see the height as well as the structure, if you walk down from the highest to the lowest. The contrast will receptacle to 20-foot tall light on State Street, on Main Street. So just have them put together for us as a reference.
I would also be curious about recycling in relation to this program.
Mm.
We're doing,
Containers.
and assume that they mark the Poe trash receptacle, like for Krasel, we ordered two sides of bins and we had to put a sticker on the one. So
And-
just sort of how they consider that.
And it's a great option. So we used to have one of those trash cans outside of the Jimmy John's building.
Mhm.
There was never a single day in the entire time, the 15 years we owned that building, that people honored the recycling, went and like they just
They
don't, they just put trash and there's
Mhm.
all the time and then it just gets. I'm
yeah,
not saying don't
I
do
see
it
that.
because it's still a
I'm,
worthy
I'm,
goal.
I'm,
but
I'm
they
guilty
don't
as
work in real
charged,
life.
I think, in my
These
opinion.
people are.
Yeah, right.
Every day.
I throw a can in the landfill. But anyway, okay, we have a motion on the floor. Can we get, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? All right, abstentions, no, okay. Kelly, are we sufficiently confusing you?
Nope.
All right,
Yeah.
all right,
Good.
very good.
I
Wonderful.
will, hopefully by next meeting, I will have it all on the sheet.
All right, next item here was the, just some comments about the development group. I'll take this. I think just for the new members, so a number of months back, we talked about forming a development subgroup to talk about development in the downtown. Large projects, fill in vacancies. We know how important it is to the downtown. We had our initial meeting back in October. And in that discussion, I think we said, our focus should probably more so be on the issues around vacancies and business opportunities and promotion and things related to the downtown versus the larger development project. So that group will meet again in December, and we're still kind of feeling our way of how it works. I think this discussion about Main Street, frankly, is something that could dovetail nicely with those discussions. So we'll keep you apprised on our activities, and obviously we'll bring back to this group anything that we think would be helpful. Obviously it's meant to be supportive of, when I look at the vacancy map every month, I think about, how can we be helpful in that regard to fill those vacancies. So we'll keep you apprised of that. Let's see, Main Street banners. Okay, we've got information about Main Street banners. There's some renderings and cost estimates. Kelly, anything, what else you want to tell?
The holiday subgroup met a couple times, and, with the goal of getting new banners, holiday banners from me. Yeah, I got a couple quotes. There's 14 banners with 2 extra, just weather-wise, these get torn. We had some lovely renderings done. You wanna?
Go for it.
Yeah, so, Dan is on that group, and said, hey, look, could my group do something fun and develop
Wow.
some banners? And
Yeah,
holy moly.
yes, look
really
at
cool
that.
stuff.
Very cool.
So the subgroup, decided on the banners you'll see on page 16.
Nice.
You know, looking at our potential banner policy that's on tonight's agenda, it follows all, you know, it's got the blue and orange and green that kind of coincides with the, city logo, but there's, I love these things.
These are cool.
I think
They're
we would have
cool.
picked all of them if
Yep,
we
yep.
could.
Yeah.
Your guys did a great job.
Yeah.
I have the full packet at my desk if you want. I didn't want to muddy it up. 'cause
Sure,
there's a ton of
sure.
Designs, but, they're all, we would have taken all of them. So I got the two quotes, one from Kai Blue and one from Agio Imaging. If I get these to them today.
Oh.
Or maybe tomorrow, they will get them to us in time. for
Is there, have we worked with either of these groups or
Yes.
do we? Oh, okay.
Actually, Kai
Dan-
Blue,
Do you know these guys, Dan?
Yeah, actually, Cal Blue is a recommended vendor of ours. We use them all the
Ah,
time.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, we thought it'd be good to add them. It's-
Yep.
Sure.
Are they the ones that had the lowest bid?
They happen to be the
Yeah.
cheapest. Yeah, right.
Okay.
Yeah.
But both of them, they've got the current welcome banners now, and then I know, cities use, like, AGO, I don't know how you say that. I just realized that was Cal Blue and not Kai Blue. I've been
Oh,
pronouncing it wrong.
Cal, yeah, I
But
see.
They did
Cal.
come in, with the lower bid, so.
2,400 versus 25, yeah,
Yeah.
or 29. Right.
So, yeah.
Okay, so first of all, thanks, Dan. Thanks to you and your group for helping us out with this. We appreciate that. Can we get a motion to approve, I would assume, the Cal Blue proposal for banners? Anybody?
I move to, select Cal Blue to do the banners.
All right, second?
Second.
Any more discussion on this? Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
I opposed? Abstentions? No. All right, very good. So Cal Blue it is. Outstanding. Thank you. That's thanks to that group for getting together on that, and thanks to Dan and his team for helping us out there.
It was a fun one.
All right, great. Parking.
Yeah, I just want to give just a real quick update. The subgroups meeting a couple times, we've met a few times. Just going off, you know, feedback that we received from everybody over the last year or so. Some not temporary, some initial, God, I can't talk today, initial plan in place. We're gonna muddle through. We got, more meetings coming up, but we are working actively on it. I can't say that whatever we do will be dramatically scaled back. So whatever that looks like,
Sure.
we're not 100%. Give you a heads up, we're still plugging through that process.
Yep. Yeah, I think that's, I sit in on that group, and I think it's going well. I mean, I think we've got a diverse audience of people participating, and I think that makes for a good solution. So I think we'll come up with something that makes some sense.
Is there going to be something brought before this body in the next few months, or is it, you just wanted to give an update? 'Cause
Probably.
I
Yeah.
think once we get something a little more concrete, we'll bring it to, obviously, the DDA, and then DDA, if you approve, we'll recommend it up to commission.
By concrete, you mean more like,
Specifics.
the, the
Solid
the guidelines that we're
Yeah.
gonna be for reactivization?
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
Does this
Mm.
body vote on that, or is it more of a letter of support or an idea of support?
We,
I'm gonna defer to someone who's here last.
Last
time this body did vote.
yeah, I think we'd vote on it. Yeah, yeah.
Sure.
As our,
That's when it went up to the stage.
But we can't implement anything.
Right.
no, right,
We just
right.
can make
We're just
recommendations
making
to
a
the city.
recommendation.
And it could be
effectively.
a suggestion of, no, we don't want it. It still goes to the city commission and they
Sure.
approve it.
Good, good.
Yeah,
Right.
we have no authority to do anything.
All right. Well,
Hand out emotions about
Sure.
it.
The word authority is in our.
I know.
Name
You
only.
get to pick out
The
pretty
rest of us
banners.
don't.
we,
We don't implement.
And
any
trash
policy.
cans, Deb.
And
all
trash
right,
cans.
all right, all right, all right.
Yes, trash.
I'm thinking we ought to just stop right now after that. The way we did this. All right. Anyway, we won't do that. We will press on. TIF, the TIF update. So I believe, Kelly, correct me if I'm wrong, this evening, we have the second reading of this. And if my municipal law degree is up to date, once that's done and approved, that will be in effect, and it'll be
10 days later.
10 days.
Yeah,
All
10
right,
days after
okay.
tonight's
all right.
meeting, so
Obviously, I flunked that part.
that's okay. We'll give you a seat.
Right, right.
And
Yeah,
a
so-
great job from you guys on all that.
Yeah,
I mean,
getting
that's
that
been
pushed through.
really
Yeah, right.
just
right.
fantastic.
Yeah, yep.
Really appreciate your help on that.
It's, yeah, there's a lot of work going on behind the scenes to get this, to this point. And then,
Thank you for all
yeah,
the
right.
presenting and
Yep,
input. and
yes,
some
yes,
of
been
that.
very helpful.
It's been a long time coming. I
Yes,
feel like,
right.
You know, we can all kind of go, okay, we did it.
Yeah,
Assuming everything rolls tonight, but yeah, tonight's the second reading of the ordinance.
Right.
You know, if last time went smoothly, you know, there's always gonna be questions, which is fine.
I don't mean to interrupt, but, I was unable to attend the first reading. What were some of the main questions? I mean, are most people clear that this is not a tax increase, do you think? Or is there still a lot of people just aren't aware? There's,
I think that gets hammered home every time we have this discussion,
Okay.
Both
frankly.
sides of that, I
Yeah,
think people,
come in thinking it's an increase and walk out saying, okay, it's actually not.
right.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, explaining that, no, we're just capturing that incremental growth, it's
Right.
nothing new, you know. The only tax increase would be like the general one that, you know, happens. We're
Right.
just capturing that little estimated 2% growth.
Okay.
In that area, in the downtown area, so, yeah, it's just education.
Okay.
Honestly, and there wasn't really anything,
no,
Good.
really no
That's good.
negatives. to
No,
what
I think that's right.
remember.
Yeah.
Just, just questions, which
Good.
we're more than happy to answer.
Yeah.
It's a lot to
I
get
think,
straight in your head,
Yeah.
so.
Sure.
Won't even begin to say that 100%, but-
is tonight, our new commissioners tonight? No,
Mhm.
not yet.
Last meeting with
Yeah,
the,
this is the last one with this.
Last, okay. So that probably
Yeah, I
save
mean,
some,
Yeah, it's,
just understanding and what have you, so, right,
so,
okay.
like I said, I think it's not a huge pot of money, that we'll be getting.
For
you know.
starters, sure.
One of the things I did want to clarify, I assume, I should never do, but if the Marquette, comes in, that is the brownfield TIF, so the DDA TIF will not capture any of those funds for the duration of the DDA.
No, the
Sorry,
brownfield.
Brownfield TIF, right.
So in essence, we're gonna have to do an interlocal agreement, saying yes, we being you guys, saying yes, we're cutting those two parcels out of the DDA
right.
for the duration of the brownfield.
And that's 17 years, we think?
I think it's 17 and a half. The brownfield Brownfield Authority does have the option to do, another 5-year capture of that.
On top of the
increment.
17?
On top of the 17, so the 17 is reimbursed to the developer.
Sure.
The extra 5, and it's a local brownfield revolving fund, that would go into a pot for the Brownfield Authority, still the city of the Brownfield Authority for potential, they can purchase property.
They can purchase properties, clean up properties, give people grants. There's a lot of stuff that can be done.
Yeah.
With the revolving fund, and there's a lot of cities that use it very impactfully. That's something that Joe has not done.
So I think what's important to note there is that, sizable incremental tax revenue related to the Marquette will not be available to the DDA for, some long period
Somewhere
of
in the
time.
20-year.
When we talked about it last time, when you approved the TIF plan, as I said, none of us will probably be sitting here.
Right.
And when whatever that is, but I think the thought of it, if the Marquette becomes the catalyst, development like we feel it's gonna be, you're gonna see more development
Sure.
increase in the downtown area, so that TIF capture has the potential to grow.
Yeah.
It will not be millions of dollars.
Right,
but-
that's right. That's
Yeah,
right.
we all knew, I mean, it was well explained that this is a long-term investment.
Yeah, that's right.
And that
That's
it's
right.
gonna be a long time.
Legacy.
Unlikely that any of us would be on this.
What's our legacy?
Yeah,
board when it starts to become really meaningful.
I'd like to be around then,
Yes.
but not
Yeah,
likely.
I hope to at least be around.
Yeah, right. Well.
So just an example, of what the TIF can do. I was in Rochester for Michigan Downtowns and I sent a few of you, it's put on Facebook. Their entire downtown is Christmas lights, like literally.
I love it.
go up
Oh, yeah, the
Rochester.
buildings, yeah.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, I just see it was pretty
And they
cool.
gave us a preview and so the.
Have you seen it personally?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Flipped it on when we were downtown for
Pretty
like
cool.
10
Yeah.
minutes. just
That's my
with
old
all the
hometown. I
people.
grew up there.
Yeah, wow.
Fantastic.
Pretty cool.
But the
Yeah.
budget for that is like 200+
Yeah.
thousand.
Wow.
Yeah, no,
So
it's
so
very
what-
expensive.
Well, I've had it
But-
TIF forever, and so it's one of those things like, you kind of look at what, keep up with the Joneses, but you look at what some of the possibilities are with
Sure.
other communities.
Yeah,
that
Sure.
have
right.
this. And that was the answer. They're like, well, we've had it TIF forever. And it's like,
Yeah, yeah.
gotcha.
Well, yeah.
So, nothing against, any previous CDAs, but it just, like, to Brian's point, you just look forward at what the possibilities are.
That's right. That's right.
We're not gonna get any credit for it. 25 years.
It's all right.
We could
Well,
put
maybe.
you on a plaque and it was
Pos-
us.
yeah, Posthumously, maybe,
We'll write
yeah.
ourselves letters now. of
Yeah,
thanks.
right, right.
And mail
right.
them to us. 25
Right.
capsules, yeah.
We can pat ourselves on the back.
No.
Oh, they can reach
Right,
that.
right, right.
We should get-
Yeah, just go up to Detroit.
A time cap.
I grew up in the neighboring town.
All right, very good.
Really.
Tiff, very good. Thank you, Kelly, for that update. Next, new business. We have a DDA liquor license application from the Silver Beach Hotel. I have to say, when Kelly was describing this to me, I'm saying, they don't have a liquor license?
So that was my.
I've been
that
in,
was gonna be
I've
my
been in the
first
bar
question.
there, like, of course, it was 100 years ago, but,
It's the new owner, I guess. It's the new
Wow.
owner. There's not,
wow.
to my knowledge, the bar.
There was a bar there, right? I mean,
Oh,
yeah.
I've been in it. I mean, I-
Definitely used to be a bar
Kind
there.
of
Yeah,
a hop
right,
and
right.
place back in the day.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
apparently, whatever's
Yeah.
happened, their license has gone by the boards and they want a new license.
Yep, so
Well, he
they're,
wants to sell
I'm not
the
sure
expensive one.
how, he showed up here one day and was asking about it, and I was
Because
like,
those are 100
absolutely, you're in
grand and this one's
downtown.
20 grand.
Interesting.
To get some rehab, I think they're working in the hotel.
Right.
From what he kind of said, and, to all your guys' point, I never went there, but it used to be a.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
pretty
it was,
nice
was, yeah.
place, so,
Well,
Did
he
it,
has-
did it change hands again or is this?
no.
Okay,
no,
it's the
no,
same,
It's the
okay.
same guy, same guy.
No, I don't, that's the same.
It's the same, okay.
Slow-
Yeah,
slow
they have, but they
process,
have,
slow
they
process.
have done renovations.
Yes.
This,
Yeah.
these,
Oh, yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's moving at a, well, I would say not an overly quick pace, so it's, but they're chipping away, I think.
yeah.
So they had the fire, didn't they have the fire? They had a fire there too,
Yeah.
didn't they? So they had to
Several
fight their way around
Christmases
that.
ago.
and- Yeah,
And
so
then they had like frozen pipes and.
frozen, yeah, they've had all
kinds
kinds of obstacles, let's call it, but,
Becomes another asset in the downtown.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
so they're looking for us to just support them, essentially.
Yep, so how this works is you guys would,
Does anybody have a problem with this? I mean,
And a hotel has a liquor, no.
No.
They meet all the
Good
criteria,
thing
correct?
hotels have that.
yeah,
They
yeah,
did list
I
the
mean, they'll
criteria
have
and
to,
they meet
right,
it.
that's a good point. I mean, they'll have to meet the criteria for a DDA license, but assuming they do, I think we'd be supportive.
Yeah, I mean, the liquor commission does all the legwork.
Yeah,
of
that's right,
if
that's
they
right.
Should have a liquor license.
Yeah, if
We
they don't
just
meet
have
the
to say, is it
criteria,
okay
that's
In
right.
our downtown.
Yeah.
So all we'd be doing is providing, just telling the commission, hey, we don't object, essentially.
you would
Yeah.
recommend.
Yeah.
And that's, I'll, hopefully take it tonight.
Yep.
Need a motion.
Yeah, we should probably have a motion. Yep, go ahead, Brian. I mean,
I move that we support, we provide our support to the DDA liquor license application for Silver Beach Hotel.
We get a second?
So moved.
Okay, thanks, Robert. Any other discussion about this? All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Yeah. Abstentions? All right, there you go.
On the side, I think, isn't this family, they own multiple hotels up and down in Berrien County. And certainly, well, it's the same last name. Yeah, okay. So, I mean, they're, yeah, they know what they're doing.
Yeah,
Actually, I think one of them is the chair of the tourist council. Chairman of the board.
oh.
Yeah.
All right.
I have a question in terms of what's happening to these, historic hotel license. How's that process? Is that close or not close? And other than the support, is there anything that we should do as a board for this one or other ones, for support during the process?
As far as I know, they're processing through. We had a couple hiccups just on the form, but it's gone to the MLCC. But yeah.
Once it goes there. there's just
Yeah,
no-
then it's,
Yeah, there's nothing-
it's a state
Yeah.
thing, right?
So just
Got
so
way
there's
down
a
there.
reminder, the amount of licenses available in the downtown, in this
DDA,
caveat of
yeah.
liquor license is based on the amount of development in the previous 5 years in the downtown. It's one license for $200,000 of
And what do we estimate that?
I think the number, it's over 2 million.
2 million,
Is what
okay.
was done for, I had Jacob pull the numbers, so we could have up to that.
Theoretically.
I'm not recommending that.
No,
but
sure, sure.
There's.
We
wiggle
definitely
room.
refer.
Theoretically.
Well, and again, it's just because you guys are recommending it and the commission approves it, you know.
They
moving
still
forward
gotta
in
go to the
process,
state, right?
There's a lot of
Yep.
caveats they have to do.
Yep.
They have to
Yep.
prove that they couldn't obtain another license.
Right,
either through
right.
you know.
It's quite a
expensive.
production.
Yeah, it is.
It's cheaper.
It is
In terms of
Significantly
cost,
cheaper.
significantly
Yes.
cheaper. It's like 20 grand versus buying one on the open market for who
About
knows,
100
what,
right
80,
now.
100, sure.
So.
And then one thing
Yeah.
we might want to consider if these respective liquor licenses do go through. I'm not exactly sure what the boundaries are currently, but maybe expanding the social district to include those new licenses. Something to consider once those go through.
Makes sense. Mhm.
The other question that is going to come up a year from now, 2 or 3 years from now, by whomever is on this board, if we get asked again, at some point, somebody in the group is gonna say, well, okay, how many are here now? How many liquor licenses are in the district? So
Yeah.
if you have the means, like, to add that just to another question or survey, but I suspect that 2, 3 years from now, somebody, you know, because in theory, we can add 10 more. Obviously, I don't think any of us thinks that's a good idea, but somebody will say, you know, so.
Yep, no, perfect.
And I'm pretty sure you can go on the Michigan,
Yeah, you can
on the
see 'em.
website,
You
and
can
you
see 'em.
can see
Yep.
who owns them, who has them in escrow.
Yeah.
Because that's what they do when they're not using them, like if a restaurant closes,
Yeah.
because there's a lot of them in escrow. They're just sitting there.
Yeah, there's tons of them in escrow, right? And I went through this process actually. When you try and solicit these, their addresses have changed, people have moved,
Yeah.
they're
But it's readily
they're almost,
available
which is
public
kind of interesting to me because they're valuable. I don't know why people basically abandon them. I'm not sure I
They
understand
hold
that, but,
them.
you know. I think the other thing, correct me if I'm wrong on this, Kelly, but I think these licenses through the DDA are attached to the property.
Right.
Unlike,
They can't go on the
right,
market
and you,
open
can-
market,
yeah,
so
right, that's right.
If
So
somebody gets one, they close
something,
down.
something else to keep
goes
in
away.
mind, Brian.
It
when you're
disappears.
describing it. Yeah, it disappears, right.
Can we read
They
it?
can still sell it, like if they sell their
Sell
business
it,
in the
that business,
building.
but that
But it has to
location
stay.
is very specific.
It's a
right?
premise.
And
the other
then,
ones you
and
can
then
take
that
with
person
you.
would need to
They'd have to get approved.
get approved.
Right, that's
I
right.
would think.
Okay, Michigan Main Street, we enjoyed that presentation. We will move on now to the plethora of monthly reports. Kelly, what do you wanna,
So the
what do you
first
wanna
one's-
enlighten us on? The map, maybe?
Yeah, the
Okay.
retail activity one, a little bit more. That looks red or, usually I think it looks red to me. A little more red than we're used to.
Yeah.
The yellows are ones that are kind of in flux, 316 is the one that, paying rent, but no activity. 318 Maxwell Boutique, they're closing, but we've heard the tenant is already, like, there's somebody.
There's somebody new coming in there.
I don't know if
That's
it's
what you're saying.
new, but yeah.
I was trying to count up here the opening kind of things and I came up with 6. I mean, plus or minus
Yep.
1 or 2 more. So we have a slug. I wouldn't call it a massive amount, given the
No.
total retail profile, but
It's the end of the.
right, end of the
season.
season, things turn, right? How did it go, you
Yeah,
know?
Lick's closed, that's, I think, the most recent closure. But yeah, I've been working with a couple new business owners, on locations, so this comes in real handy, just to like, hey, and I have the one that's cleaner that just has the vacancies, but.
Sure.
Everybody's, I say everybody, but we're getting a lot of interest. I've worked with, Brandy from Cornerstone, the Women's Business Center. With a couple female, potential business owners, just kind of getting their feet under them and stuff, but, yeah, I
Do you know when Ben's is
I
hoping
don't
to open by?
know. Let's say they were thinking December, but I'll follow up.
Do you know?
You think,
Periodically updates maybe.
You think-
You might
I'd
know.
be surprised if it was that.
Yeah.
I was
No.
gonna say, that's awfully quick
It
for
is,
that
that's
old
just
No,
what
looking
they've
somebody-
been
building.
working for months.
Yeah, my family owns the building, so
Ah,
we're, yeah,
right,
yeah. So,
right.
yeah, so we're looking at, they're hoping end of December, but we'll see. We're thinking maybe January. So,
No Christmas pretzel.
yeah.
The food
You know-
truck's been out.
I'd say the food truck is
Construction.
out.
We just like give them a permanent.
Oh, yeah.
space and
Yeah,
also
yeah,
something
right,
that's
right.
It's looking nice. Yeah, you can kind of walk in. We create a ramp so you can kind of walk in and
Hey, Kelly, do you ever,
it'll work. It's
when
nice.
these businesses close or anything, do you ever get any feedback from them about, I mean, is it purely a,
Yeah.
you know, hey, the sales just weren't there and this thing isn't working? You know, obviously there's lots of reasons businesses close,
Right.
personal reasons, ownership, you know, product availability, all kinds of stuff.
Yeah,
But,
an exit interview is definitely something I need to get on my radar
Yeah.
and do a little bit more of. I know, Lilac Loft closed because I believe that's when she got married and like.
Ah,
Yeah, she
just-
moved
Sure,
far,
She
she was like
moved
an hour and a half
far away.
away.
Sure.
But yeah, I need to, you know, I walk by Maxwell's all the time. I'll hop in and talk to her and
Yeah.
just, you know, do, but yeah, it would be interesting.
You know, obviously, we're interested in if there's anything,
Yep.
you know, we're doing or not doing that is creating these kinds of situations. I mean, if it's just, you know, maybe a bad business model or a product offering or whatever, or some personal issue that drives it. But anyway, I think that might be useful. Okay, let's see, anything on the project tracker we ought to talk about?
Hoping the new park signs will be coming in over the winter.
The new, which signs?
All the parks department or the. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Okay.
the parks are getting all matching signs like our way.
Oh, wow,
Good.
cool, great,
Nice cohesive look. downtown,
All right.
throughout parks. So,
that's great.
yeah, got it on that one.
All right. What about on the back page
Yeah,
there,
that page
Kelly?
basically
Any,
The only big thing that, our team was awarded last month, I'm sure you saw in the paper, the plaque thingy is in, the city manager's suite, so it was cool. It was like a lot of excitement to have that, and, you know, that was, I think, 8 or 9 years worth of work, so there's been a lot
Oh,
of
wow.
staff involved in that. I didn't realize it went back that far, but,
That's
yeah, I think
great.
that's the momentum that we want to keep going. You know, it's getting that going. Obviously Pleasant Street was milled and filled. Pretty much it on that parking stuff. Moving forward.
all right, what's the next, on the Marquette thing? What's the next
The
milestone?
next
Is
thing
there,
will be the-
other than making sure they have money to do
the
it?
Development agreement, with the city. That'll, I believe, be the next.
And
step.
what's the target to get that done?
I would say right after the first of the year.
Okay.
That's kind of what
Okay.
we're looking at, so.
All right.
Pleasant Street Plaza to get approved or whatever, before the city commission,
Yeah,
what,
I've been waiting on information.
okay, so she hasn't sent you, okay. Somebody said they were doing it.
Is that gonna, you
No, I
guys
was
want,
supposed to- I thought we were getting something from Jamie, but
Yeah, I
we
thought
can,
Jamie was,
Yeah, I've never seen anything.
okay,
okay.
That would be a.
you're gonna
sooner
request to
rather
do
than
that again, I assume, no?
Yeah,
okay.
oh, yeah.
So,
Okay,
I thought you had sent it.
all right.
that's why you have not seen it, because I have. not
And,
seen
and I
it.
mean, I still like to bring up all the time, like the plaza and still like that to move for this spring.
Yeah, for sure.
What, so that'll be like, what, a 5-year thing, or what will it be? Depends.
I think that's what we did last time was 5, so yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
All right. Okay, Paul, anything, you wanna,
Got Luminary coming up on Friday night.
Friday night?
So that will be from 5 to 8. We'll have the holiday trolley rolling around down here.
Ah.
Nice.
Then that kicks off 3 weekends in a row. So Luminary this weekend, Small Business Saturday over the Thanksgiving weekend, and then the Rain Dog Parade. Hopefully Santa
My
will
favorite day of the
come.
year.
Rain
Love
Dog.
it. It's
Nice.
such a
Nice.
good day.
What's the date of that?
Saturday.
All right, this Saturday.
Twenty
Might be next.
twenty-five, and 426, we got 3 weekends left.
Great, good. Very exciting. That's good stuff. Great, thank you. Okay, let's see, what do we got here? Public comments? Anybody in the audience? Public comments? Anybody? Anybody? No? Okay. Board member comments? Anything else we need to, for the good of the order, as they say?
I just have a quick question. I think I
Sure.
bring this up every year, but in the name of aesthetics downtown, will leaf pickup be extended to the alleys? Like, can the truck come down? Because I know in our particular alley behind the 200 block, you've got leaf piles over a foot deep.
And on the right side of State Street.
And
On
well,
the
there
west
too,
side of
yeah,
State
I just
Street.
wondered if
Leaf.
I mean, before they get covered with snow and ice,
Yeah,
Yeah.
which it gets really dangerous
Yeah,
back there because I
right,
walk
right.
it every day, but can you hit it?
Yeah, great.
That'd be great.
appreciate that.
Thank you so much.
Leaf blower and blow them out into the street.
Yeah, right. Blow them across to
Well,
the
I-
other guys. Let them deal
I'm-
with it, right?
We've been asked to blow ours out, like down, out to ship, which isn't really very easy to do, but what?
It
They
seems,
said we're neighborly.
it
Yeah,
seems like
not
when you,
neighborly.
it seems like when you get the leaves and then there's a major snowstorm, that's a,
Well, it's
That's
just alley
problematic,
cleanup
right?
in general, yeah, so.
all
that'd be
right.
great.
Thank you. Anything else? All right, very good. Well, with that, take a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
So moved. All right, all in favor? Of course, everyone's in favor. Thank you. Thanks very much. Appreciate it, guys. Have a good day.
Before you guys leave, I just wanted to share an invitation. Our agency